A customer comes in, they say, Sandy, I've just bought myself a Vietnamese Vespa. And very quickly I have to explain to the customer that I don't work on Vietnamese Vespas or Balinese Vespas. Their first reaction back, but Sandy, it's an original Vespa. And yes, that is true. These Vespas were originally built in Italy and exported around the world. And of all the thousands of Vespas that were exported, they landed in Vietnam or they landed in Bali, some in Australia, some in America. But over the years, these Vespas, because of their robust nature, were used by families for 30 to 40 years, living through monsoons, living through war situations, living through poverty situations. And unfortunately, these scooters have gone beyond their lifespan. So when they finally come to Australia, so-called restored, they're often rebuilt with very cheap inferior parts and very, very, very poor quality labour. Imagine a worker in Bali getting paid $5 US a week to rebuild your scooter. There won't be too much time, care or skill involved in that procedure. And unfortunately, it's greedy Westerners exploiting the cheap labour markets of third world countries that are proliferating the expansion of what we call the Viet Bodge or the Bali Bodge into dangerous scooters that are arriving into Australia. What's worse about these scooters is that for many, many years when I was working on them, unbeknownst to myself and other mechanics, these scooters are full of asbestos. Asbestos brake shoes, asbestos clutch systems, asbestos gaskets, all parts that when I'm working on create huge amounts of dust and asbestos waste that I've been breathing and absorbing into my body and other mechanics around the world. But above all, we have to remember that there's been third world people, third world countries of workers, I should be saying that, there's third world countries of workers inhaling and using these toxic materials every day in their lives without our own value of them to produce a cheap restored scooter for exportation.